Hi, as a student, maybe you've come across this question: what is the difference between purchasing and procurement? You're definitely going to get the answer. And for more videos, subscribe to the channel, get more tutorials, supply chain news. If you're a supplier, hit us through the WhatsApp, Telegram platforms, share your media so that we can also add to the playlists that we share across all the platforms and have your brand known. Thank you. So, what is purchasing and what is procurement? Are they the same, or can we actually interchange them? So I believe in order to know the difference, we need to define supply chain and then see how these terminologies fit within the whole context. So Professor Martin Christopher defined supply chain as the management of upstream and downstream relationships with suppliers and customers to deliver superior customer value at less cost to the supply chain as a whole. Okay, so we have upstream, downstream relationships. Those are the suppliers and customers. In order to do what? Deliver superior customer value at less cost, and it's to the whole supply chain. Now, when it comes to aspects that differentiate purchasing and procurement, the first is this. Purchasing is said to be a set of activities directly related to acquiring goods and services, and procurement is a complex process associated with sourcing and obtaining goods and services. Now, I can summarize this whole video by just focusing on that and saying that procurement is an overarching function that also comprises of purchasing. However, let us just go through all these other aspects. So number 2, purchasing. The stages are standardized. In procurement, the stages can be tailored depending on the company and the vendor. Number 3, purchasing is actually the process of purchasing, and procurement takes place before, during, and after the purchase. So you can see that there is a before, there is the during, and there is the after. Then number 4, purchasing is aimed at ordering and paying for goods and services. Procurement is aimed at recognizing and satisfying the company's internal needs. Number 5, purchasing comprises of placing an order, expediting receipt of goods, and making of payments, while procurement involves the need identification, supplier management, contract management, and purchasing. And finally, purchasing is focused on making transactions, while on this other side, we can say procurement is focused on creating and maintaining strong supplier relationships. So if you look at, for example, where, what are the keynotes you can take away from the differences between the two. When it comes to procurement, you can see that they are looking at more of the value, and purchasing can be, when it comes to the items, can be looking at the price. It's the now, the goods, which is it, we are buying it now, what's the price? We buy, that's done. Procurement, okay, what is the value? Okay, who is the supplier? Okay, and all these other aspects. So another critical aspect to consider is the different aspects when it comes to the purchasing process versus procurement process. So we'll start with the procurement process. So the procurement process starts by identifying the internal needs, then carrying out the market analysis. So finding out the kind of suppliers that we have, shortlisting them. Then we go to step number 3, where you can prepare the RFQs, select suppliers, negotiate contracts. Step number 5, create a purchase order. Step number 6, receive and audit the ordered items. Step number 7, carry out quality checks. Step 8 to 9, carry out analysis of the KPIs and supplier management. When it comes to the purchasing process, you can actually see that it's shorter. It starts by number 1, you create a purchase order. We go to step number 2, perform expediting, receive the ordered items, acknowledge the invoice, conduct a 3-way match, and then make a payment. So you can actually see that purchasing is quite brief. You're looking at buying an item, but procurement is a longer version, looking at also how we manage and relate with our suppliers. But then the two fit into supply chain. And I believe we have a video online. You can check it out, where we're talking about what is supply chain and also the careers that are actually available in supply chain and what is also logistics management. Thank you for your time.